Hey, what's going on, everyone? My name is Tim Williams. We're here to break down today's early five-game MLB slate over on DraftKings. If you're new to the channel, what's up? You've made it to the right place. We take all of these games, we break them down individually, one by one, look at run totals, favorites, pitching, hitting matchups, player salaries, team statistics. So if that sounds good to you, make sure you hit that subscribe button. And let's get started here. We got the Phillies taking on the Marlins. Marlins favorited here at home, 7 over under. You have Spencer Howard taking on Lopez. Howard, 5.5K. It's a fairly nice price. He's pitching against the Marlins team who is 6 overall in strikeouts. Howard himself has strikeout upside. Really nice strikeout percentage in the minors here. We've seen what he can do. He does walk a lot of guys. It's definitely a risk, right? But, the Marlins lineup right now, it's not overly impressive. And then on the other side, Lopez, 9.4K. Seems like a safe bet, right? Phillies second overall in strikeouts. Kind of struggling here. They have no Harper. The power is kind of dwindling. Lopez doesn't really look like a bad option at all. 23.6% strikeout rate. He does get ground balls, really limits fly balls. So that being said, I don't know how much interest I have in the bats. If I am taking bats, it's probably going to be on the Marlins side because I think Howard might get some ownership. Outside of Aguilar at 4.8K, there's not a ton I love. But if I'm playing multiple lineups, I'm definitely going to have a Marlins lineup in there for sure. Next, we have the Rockies Mets, 5.5 over under. How insane is that? That's such a low over under total. Mets favorited. This is the part one of a double header, so that's part of that as well. So right now, DraftKings has Senzatella at 6.4K listed. I believe Senzatella is actually pitching the night game. So I'm almost positive Marquez is pitching the first one. And if that's the case, I'm definitely on Marquez. Similar pitcher to Stroman. Marquez, he gets a lot of ground balls, really limits fly balls, gives up similar hard contact to Stroman, has a better strikeout rate than Stroman, and you can get him at a 3K discount. And the Mets lineup is just awful right now. And then on the Mets side, you got Stroman pitching 9.9K, 20.5% strikeout rate. That's just too low of a strikeout rate for somebody at his price. 58% ground ball rate, 20% fly ball rate. So good numbers there. Gives up a lot of hard contact. That being said, I think this is just going to be a pitcher's duel. Stroman very much in play, Marquez very much in play. It's a 7-inning game, so I'm not too high on these bats. Next, you have the Cubs Pirates, 7.5 over under here. You have the Cubs favorited. Hendricks taking on Anderson. Hendricks 7.2K, fairly reasonable price. He's going up against a Pirates team who is dead last in home runs. Average is 25th, on base percentage is 25th. They don't strike out as much, but it's a favorable matchup for sure. I think he will be popular. 18% strikeout rate is fairly low, but it's not like you're overpaying for this guy. 7.2K is fine. He has 3 good starts, 3 out of the last 4. Had 3 good starts in the last 4 games. For him, he's really limiting walks, really limiting fly balls here. And then Anderson, 7.9K, 23.8% strikeout rate, not bad. He is giving up a lot of hard contact and a 38% fly ball rate. The Cubs lineup is kind of scary. They're really trending upwards here. The strikeouts are kind of an issue, but average on base percentage, home runs, all 11th or better. In play here, the righties for sure: Bryant, Contreras, Baez, Bodie. The prices are fine. They're not like ridiculous, but you're going to need to find some savings somewhere to pay up for those bats. And then the Pirates, I really think, lefties are in play here. Hendricks kind of struggles a little bit against lefties. So Reynolds at 3.8K, Gamble's probably hitting in the 2-hole. He's been having a couple good games. Frazier, Polanco really cheap. Polanco I know is struggling, 2.3K, but that's nothing, right? You got to get some kind of cheap bat in the lineup. And then next and final game, second to last game, Padres versus the Brewers here, 8 over under. Padres favorited. Weathers taking on Hauser. Weathers 7K, 19% strikeout rate, not great. 7.8% walk rate, that's a little scary. Gives up a lot of hard contact to right-handed batters. And then on the other side, Hauser, 8.7K. The strikeout rate's not great either, 20%. His price tag is way too expensive. He gives up a ton of walks, near 11%. He gets a lot of ground ball outs. He limits fly balls and he's hard hit 44% of the time. So that's a little concerning. He's just a better real life, in-game pitcher, just kind of your average fourth, fifth starter kind of guy, not somebody you want in DFS. Padres, really priced up here. Tatis Cronenworth, 6.2K, 5.4K. Hosmer, definitely in play. Profar, Pham, those guys hitting 1-2 have been solid for the Padres. And then on the other side, Kane, Garcia, Ayura, Pena, anybody with power that can hit on the right side of the plate, I think is in play. And then last but not least, you have Bieber taking on Boyd. Bieber, the ace type profile here. I think he'll be the most popular pitcher on the slate. 33.5% strikeout rate. The walk rate is up, 8% walks here, limiting fly balls, but he's being hard hit about 44% of the time, which is a little concerning. The matchup's great for him. Tigers third overall in strikeouts, right? And then on the other side, Boyd, 7.5K. I think that's a fair price too. I mean, the Indians, they don't strike out that much, but they're 28th in average, 29th in on-base percentage. That's overly not that impressive. But back to Boyd, 40% fly ball rate. He's giving up a lot of fly balls to right-handed batters, 46.7% of the time. That being said, on the Indian side, I just like some of these righties here. Luplow, Hernandez leading off, Ramirez, 5.7K. Ramirez has been struggling a little bit lately. His price tag's kind of high. I think in a 5-game slate, you got to make some fade decisions. I think for me personally, I think I'm just going to fade Ramirez. And then on the other side, Tigers, I think they're very much in play, right? If I'm playing, 3 lineups or 10 lineups, I think you got to get some Tigers in there. You need leverage. That's the most important part about these 5-game slates, 6-game slates, whatever, is you got to find leverage, right? You just gotta have to find ownership and play off that. Sometimes it might, make you feel a little queasy, but Grossman in play, Harold Castro, Candelario, Badu, I love him at that price. Mazzara, power bat at 2.2K. So you have to think a little bit about strategy here. I think Bieber's definitely a fine play by, best strikeout matchup on the slate for sure, but something to think about. So that'll do it. My name is Tim Williams. Thank you for watching. Thank you for liking this video. Thank you for subscribing. I really appreciate all of you. Best of luck today, unless you're in my contest, but we can both win, right? Peace.